Hi everyone, welcome back to the Lockup. This is the Retro Games Revived Lockup Show. What have we got for you today? Well, I'm gonna go through some pickups. We're gonna carry on with the PlayStation 1 pickups that I got ages ago now, but I haven't quite got through them all yet. There's still two big piles, so we're gonna do a few more this episode. We're gonna go on to my PS2 collection. I believe we're on to the letter C. We're going to go through all my games through the letter C and maybe some other knickknacks to show you. So what have I got running today? Well, we've got the old Xbox running here. This is Beyond Good and Evil. Game I've never played. Looks quite interesting. Down here we've got the Master System running Enduro Racer. This is the telly that I picked up recently from Judge Drock, Mark, and yeah, I've got my Master System running through that. It's playing through it's a CRT, is this little Philips, and he gave me that for note, did Mark. Really nice guy, generous guy. So now the Master System is running through what it was designed to do. It's all well and good running it through these more modern TVs, but the image, it gets kind of distorted. On the PS2, on this TV, we've got the PS2. We're running one of my recent pickups, XII Stag. Up here, we've got this Samsung, which again I got off Judge Drock, and I've managed to get the old Commodore 64 rigged up. It's not ideal how it's sat, but it's the only space available on its side. That data set there is kaput, and I've got a new one. I'm going to show you that in my pickups, but that is connected to this Samsung, and fantastic. Hopefully with this new data set I'm going to be able to run some of my Commodore games and finally play some 8-bit games. I've got loads of Commodore games, and there's a load of games I want to play, and I'm going to be able to play them through, my original, an original C64 rather than through any kind of emulation. But yeah, all's good. So let's get on to pickups part 1. Here we go. So first of all, this is the new dataset unit for the Commodore 64. It is brand new. It's come all the way from Germany. It was about £45 shipped, so I don't think that was too bad. I'm getting a brand new data set. I did look on eBay just for like second-hand ones. To be honest, they're as expensive as this new one. Anyway, I'm struggling to get this out of it, but I have this out actually. As you can see, let's take these polystyrene. Like I say, it's brand new, it's sealed, it's lovely, and yeah, today I'm gonna get this hooked up. I may even do a little bit of a C64 playthrough of one of my games, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm saying the problem is the data set. I couldn't get a game to load the other week. The C64's powering up fine. You're keying in to load the game. It's saying press play on tape, and it starts. Every game that I've tried about 4 or 5 games. Every single game failing to load. It has to be the data set. I'm pretty sure of it. But yeah, I'm gonna get that hooked up in a bit, and hopefully I'll be able to show you a game running. I'm really pleased with that. I'm absolutely chuffed to bits to get my C64 running. I did try it on, I think it was that telly that's running the Xbox at the moment, and for some reason it didn't work, and I was flapping a bit, I must admit, thinking shit, is my C64 on its way out? But thankfully it didn't. Judge Drock gave me a cable. It's been custom made. He had it custom made to run the C64 through a modern TV, and it works an absolute treat. I can't thank you enough, Mark. I really can't, mate. It's cheered me up no end. I'm not kidding. Like I say, if we can get the issue with this data set, which should be, like I say, I've got a new one, then we should be good. So, just an update, I've plugged the new data set in. I tried one game, Freak Factory, couldn't get it to load both sides, and I was very pessimistic. I thought, oh no, maybe it's something in the Commodore that's not registering the data set properly. So I tried another game, Galaxy Birds, and thankfully this one did work. I had a couple of goes of this game. It's rock hard, and for some reason the joysticks feel really sensitive. I've tried a quick shot, and I've got that bug plugged in. But this game is rock hard. Galaxy Birds is actually by Sensible Software. Obviously it's one of the very early releases. This one is on the Silverbird range, Firebird Silverbird range. But yeah, it's absolutely rock hard. Galaxy Birds, I thought it were going to be something like Galaxians or something. It's just endless streams of these like ducks or swans coming at you at that speed as well. It's crazy. A lot of practice needed on this game. But yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. Hopefully now I can actually pick out some games that I really want to play. I mean, I just picked this out because it was next to Freak Factory, and thankfully this, like I said, this one's loaded. But yeah, I'm going to try out another game that I actually want to play, and let's see if that one loads. But you know, initially promising, very promising. I'm a bit gutted that Freak Factory didn't load. It's a platformer. It's really a very nostalgic game to me. Me and my mate played hours on it, really did. But unfortunately, maybe the tape is a bit corrupt. You know, I'm blaming the data set. Actually, maybe it is the tapes. I mean, they're old. They are old. So anyway, like I say, I'm going to find a game that I really want to play and try that. But yeah, we're in action. Right, let's get on to this. This is just a bag of. I run out the other day when I was sorting my PS2 collection out. It's a bag of these. I've got 300 of them. They're them DVD sleeves, and I'd run out. This has now future-proofed me for a good while. A very good while. I'm not going to need some of these for a long time. Next, we've got some PS2 games. I'll go through the PS2 games first. The Phoenix title, we've got Fairy Tales. And this plays, only way I can explain it is like cannon fodder. It's like cannon fodder. You're basically controlling, I think it's a sheep, and you've got a little platoon, and you make your way around, kill the enemies, and move on. Like I say, it's very much like cannon fodder, but with sheeps and wolves. And where that lady fits into it, that anime lady, I have no idea. Can't get a clue. What else have we got? Well, this was a CEX pickup. I can't remember which CEX it was. I can't remember the last CEX I went in. This is Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends. Again, it's one of those where I thought I'd got all the Dynasty Warriors set, but obviously I am. This is Extreme Legends. I'm not sure what kind of game it is. It's not my kind of game, I know that, judging by the screenshots. £4, which I didn't think were too bad for that. We've got some more PS2, yeah. Next we've got, again, why I got this, I had no idea, because I'm pretty sure I've got it, but for some reason I looked at it and thought, I ain't got that. Or maybe I've got it and I've not got the inlay. This is SingStar Motown. It's complete. But again, I think I've just looked at it and thought, oh, I haven't got that. and I have. I'm terrible at that, terrible. Next we've got, I think this was an eBay purchase, and this is Red Baron. It's a Davilet's game. I haven't played it, but I have looked at it on YouTube. It looks garbage, as you can imagine, it being from Davilet's. I think they're as renowned for making crap games as Phoenix. It's just very, very basic. I mean, look at the screenshots. The distance is always fogged, and that's how they're getting away. You know, we haven't. Well, I mean, even so, it's still a bland landscape. Even the trees, if you can see in this screenshot here, let me try and focus it. You know, they're very sparse. The landscapes are just so sparse. But you know, I just got it for whatever reason. I have no idea what we got here. This is a sealed game. This is a Phoenix title. Seem to be going a bit mad on Phoenix lately, but they're not expensive games, the ones I've picked up. And this is Search and Destroy. It's a shmup, and again, I don't think it's a very good one. Eddie may have played this. I'm sure he might have given this a go if it's a shmup. And then again, he might not have done, knowing it's a Phoenix title. But that's Search and Destroy. Nath Retro 1 actually linked me. I think it was an eBay auction. He says you might want to get this, and it was at a good price. I think it was about, how much was it, Nath? Can you remember? About 20 quid, something like that, 17 quid. And it's Xeno Saga or Xena Saga, episode 2, and it's in this cardboard sleeve, and you know, it all folds out. Something drop out with the discs and the manual. It's just a nice looking thing. I ain't got this anyway, but yeah, he linked it to me. Says you might wanna check this out. I says yeah, I'll take one of those definitely. Yeah, Xena Saga episode 2. Nice big box. Well, that won't be going in the DVD sleeve because it's too big. And then CX again. Where the hell did I go? Let's see, which CX was it? I can't even remember. But well, me, Lorraine and Joe, where had we gone? Were it Leeds? It might have been Leeds. I went to CX at Leeds, I think, and I was really disappointed. I think, was it Leeds? I can't remember. I'm sure it was Leeds. And I was really disappointed with the PS2 section because they just had multiple, and I mean a lot of multiple copies of certain games like iToy, FIFA, and they hardly had any other stuff. And I'm thinking, you must have different stuff, different PS2 games to those. It was a bit weird out why they were displaying, you know, millions of copies of FIFA and millions of copies of iToy, SingStar, but nobody's interested in them. Anyway, that's besides the point. Anyway, this was from CEX. This is on the PS4. This is Horizon Zero Dawn. Another game I've never played yet. I've heard it's really good. I can actually download it on my PlayStation now, so I may do that. I mean, these two games I've got for PS4 are just for collection, really, just to put in the collection. Another one, like I said, I'm really no interest in playing this, but it was cheap enough, 4 quid. Industry Giants, some kind of sim-like game, godlike sim. Obviously, you're able to build cities and run, you know, railroads, ports and what have you, transport. Industry Giant 2, that was £4. And lastly, it cropped up on my eBay save searches, and at first I thought it was going to be the Codemasters game that keeps coming up all the time, but it didn't, it won't, and it's one of a collection, a subset that I'm collecting, and it's the text graphic adventures on the C64. It's Frankenstein. It's by CRL. If you've watched my other videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's 4 in the series, and basically they have like gory images and certain parts of the game. Obviously this one's got a 15 rating. I already own Dracula, Wolfman, now I own Frankenstein, and there's one left, and that's Jack the Ripper. And that's not coming up at all. But you know, this time it may crop up at some point. I've just gotta be, you know, on the ball and keep my eye on my eBay saved searches, which I do most days. There's some days where I forget, but most days. But I'm really happy to have this in the collection. It's complete with its inlay and the cassette, obviously, single cassette. I was disappointed actually that Frankenstein didn't come in a similar box to the Dracula game that I've got. It's a nice big box, is the Dracula one, and as I thought all these in this series would have come out in those big boxes, but yeah, Wolfman and Frankenstein are just in this double cassette. Dracula's in the nice big box, and Jack the Ripper, I don't know what that comes in. But yeah, I saved the best for last. I may even put that on if I can get me data set running, get a game load. I might even load that up. Most of it is text based, but like I say, every so often you'll get these scary or horror like images and even gory images, which, you know, they're tamed by today's standards. But you imagine back in 1980, what we're looking at here, I don't know, maybe 84, 85. You know, I'm sure that got a lot of attention for those graphics. Nowadays we're just used to it. It's in every game nearly, blood and guts. But yeah, that's pickups part 1 done. So let's move on to something else. So just a short segment, I'm going to call this Curiosity Corner. Anything that I've got that's like a curiosity, something different, then I'm going to show you it. And I picked this up. It's a little steering wheel. It's for the Xbox, and it's a Gamester. I don't know the exact name. Is it on the back? Radica Gamester. It's as obviously as it looks. It's a steering wheel. It's for racing games, and it's got, you know, the usual buttons. We've got some trigger buttons there on the back. We've got back. We've got start. We've got a D-pad here, and the black and white buttons, probably start and select. The reason I call it a curio is the way that it moves. It's actually on like a hinge, if you like, and that's how you control. I don't believe it's got accelerometers. I just think it's that you move. So kind of weird how it would probably work. It'd be interesting to see whether you do actually. I mentioned these are for the gears, you know, shift up, shift down maybe. But yeah, it's just a little curiosity. I found it on eBay. It was just a couple of £, and like I said, I've never actually tried it. It's a bit squeaky. Whether it's been well used or not used at all, the reason that it's squeaking, I don't know. But yeah, it's just nice. It does feel nice actually. I'm pretty sure you just hold it and that's your movement. Seem a bit weird actually. You'd be wanting to, I know I would, I'd be wanting to actually turn the wheel as well. So, but if you've ever seen one, if you've ever used one, let me know in the comments what it's like, and is it any good? Does it actually help, or is it just a curiosity? Is it a gimmicky curiosity item for my collection? So let's get on to my PlayStation 2 collection, and we're on to the letter C. I have been moving my PS2 stuff around, and if you notice, I've put everything up close. There's no gaps in the shelves now, and I've even gone and put some of the games forward facing. Some of the games that I think are a little bit quirky or worthy of showing off in that style. I always remember Eddie displaying his PS2 collection similar, and I've always liked that idea. But yeah, let's move on to the letter C. What are we starting with? Well, we're starting with Call of Duty, obviously, and we've got Call of Duty 2, the big red one, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty Finest Hour. Great games, all three of them. Medal of Honours, you know, I don't know, I'm not saying they're not as good as Medal of Honours. Well, I am. I do like the Medal of Honours, but still great games in their own right. Can Edit, otherwise known as Bully. We've got Capcom Classics Collection Volume 1. What games has it got? These are in quite tight because I needed them to keep those propped up, and the lights flickering on it. So we've got Street Fighter. We've got 1942. Oh, here we go, 1942, 43. We've got the likes of Forgotten Worlds, Commando, Ghosts and Goblins, Gunsmoke. I love Gunsmoke. We've got Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, Hyper Fighting, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. So, and there's some games I have never heard of, but it's a nice collection. Then we've got Captain Scarlet, which is a blast game. Carol Vorderman's Sudoku. I don't like Sudokus. I don't like them. Kart Fury Championship Racing. Then we've got Cartoon Kingdom, which I believe is a Phoenix title. Casino Challenge. I imagine there's roulette and you know, the card games that you find in casinos, and maybe a few slots. We've got Casper and the Ghostly Trio and Casper's Scare School, both blast titles. We're moving right down to the other side now. There's quite a lot of C's actually to get through. We've got Catwoman, we've got Cell Damage Overdrive, Celebrity Deathmatch, we've got Celtic Football, Club Football 2005, Centre Court Hard Hitters, Champ Manager 5, Champ Manager 2006, Champions of Norath. A lot of these games under C are not really worthy of taking out and showing you. They're pretty generic stuff. Chaos Legion, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Charlie's Angels, both blast, I believe. No, that one ain't Charlie and Chocolate Factory, but Charlie's Angels is. I'm wrong. Charlotte's Web is definitely blast. I got ready though, third time lucky. Chelsea Football Club, Chicken Little, Circus Maximus Chariot Wars, City Crisis, City Soccer Challenge, Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix. Classic British Motor Racing, Clever Kids Pony World, Cockatoo Platform Jumper. Oh, that is some cutesy thing. Codename Kids Next Door Operation Video Game, Cold Winter. Is that first person shooter? I believe it is. It's one I've never played actually, so perhaps I'll have to give that a try out. We've got the good old Colin McRae Rally 3, Colin McRae Rally 04, Commandos 2, Men of Courage, Commandos Strike Force. These games I used to play on the PC actually. I quite like them. I haven't played them for ages, but they're like I don't know, like a strategy thing where you've got to move your commandos to certain points and you know, and do missions and what have you. Hard to explain, but they're really good. So we've got Conflict Desert Storm, we've got Conflict Desert Storm 2, Conflict Global Storm, Conflict Vietnam, not related, Conflict Zone, I don't believe. That could be. Modern War Strategy, Conspiracy Weapons of Mass Destruction, Cool Shot. It's got to be a snooker or a pool game, hasn't it? Pool. Then we've got Corvette. We've got Crashed. Like a stunt car racing game, I think. Then we've got Crash Nitro Kart and Crash of the Titans. I really need those again to put on my Crash Bandicoot collection up there. But they're quite expensive now, a Crash game, so... This one, Crazy Chicken X. What a crazy game that is. It's very limited in terms of playability, but just quirky, and I love that cover. We've got Crazy Frog Racer, we've got Crazy Golf World Tour, Crazy Taxi. That's my best impression. Not sure if it's the original soundtrack's on that. With Offspring. It's a shame if it ain't. Crescent Suzuki Racing, Cricket 2002, 2004. Am I missing 2003? I didn't realise that. Crimson Sea 2, Crisis Zone, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, CSI, CT Special Forces, Fire for Effect, Q Academy, and that's it. Q Academy's got to be got pool, hasn't it? Snooker, pool, billiards. But yeah, what's Crisis Zone now? Is that to do with? It's to do with, what is it, isn't it? Bloody hell, light gun game. What's it called? Oh, I forgot. Can you believe it? I forgot what name it is. That popular arcade game with light gun. Anyway, we've got through another letter, and that's the main thing. This is the first time I've done this, but I'm going to call this topic time, and every so often I'll just pick up on a topic and just discuss my thoughts about it. And if you want to give me your thoughts in the comments, that's fine. But today I'm going to talk about like why we collect, or habits of collecting. And we're all different, and we all collect different things. We've all got, I suppose, we're all biased to certain systems. I used to collect for a wide variety of systems. In fact, any system that I could find, I collected for. Now, this is my second time collecting games consoles, and the first time, we're talking 2002-03, and I actually had a proper game room. And at that time, the thing was, I could go to Car Boots every week without fail, pick up old systems. I mean, I had pretty much all the Ataris, from the 2600, 400, the 800, the Commodore 64, the proper bread bin version, the Spectrum, Master System, Dreamcast, anything. I had them. And like I said, I had a little games room, and my friend, he was a builder at the time. He was a builder, and he put me some worktops up in the bedroom all the way around, and it had a built-in wardrobe. I stored all my games and extras, spares in there. I had loads of computers set out, and yeah, it was a good time. Due to circumstances, we needed that bedroom as a bedroom, and I look back now and I'm absolutely gutted, but I pretty much car booted it, for very little money. It was a case of, we need the bedroom, I need rid of this stuff. Back then, collecting, don't get me wrong, collecting will have been a thing, but with the internet kind of not really as big as it is nowadays, especially YouTube. You know, I weren't aware of anybody else that did it. So I just decided to sell everything on. And that's what I did. Like I said, all these systems I bought from a car boot, I did a car boot myself and got rid. Like I said, I look back now and think of the systems I had, the games, the amount of games I had and that, and it's pretty heartbreaking. But, you know, I'm now in my second term, if you like, of collecting. And like I said, when I first started, I was collecting for anything, absolutely anything. Nintendo, Sega, Sony, absolutely whatever. I wanted, in a way, to kind of build up something like what I had before. That I soon realised were going to be very, very hard. Never impossible. If you've got, you know, endless amounts of that, you can pretty much get what you want. But I ain't got endless amounts of cash and endless amounts of space as well. And bear in mind, the lockup I started with was a 25. I'm never sure if it's 25 square feet or 25 cube feet or whatever. But I started off on a 25. That's the smallest lockup you can get. And, you know, I soon filled it up. I filled it up like that. And I moved on to a 50, then a 75. And as it is now, I'm on to 100. In the time, in the space between the 25 and the 100, a lot has changed in regards of what I collect. And I call it evolving. I call it an evolution of my collecting. I don't like to look at it as, you know, I'm just getting rid of stuff for the sake of it. I never get rid of stuff just for the sake of it. There's a reason. The recent clear out of my old consoles, you know, the CD32 and the like, there's a reason for that. And without delving too much into it, my collection has evolved. I'm now giving up Nintendo. When I think about it, my reasoning behind not collecting Nintendo is I never grew up with Nintendo. I was always a Sega person, and I never had any love for the Nintendo. So the first thing to go was my Nintendo stuff, obviously. And then I looked at the smaller systems like, you know, like Atari, anything Atari. Never really bothered with Atari much. So anything related to that got shifted on. And, you know, Sega, even Sega, although I do have a love for Sega, you know, I was collecting Mega Drive. And when I actually sat back and thought about it, I thought, yeah, I mean, I had a Mega Drive, but I weren't madly in love with the system. The Sega Master System gave me more love than the Mega Drive. So away went the Mega Drive stuff. The Sega Saturn, again, I never really delved into the Sega Saturn. PlayStation came out and that is what I got. I got the PS1. And, you know, like I said, the older system, the Philips CDI, the 3DOs, I got them because I've never had them. And when you look at the cost of games for those systems, it ain't happening. The collection isn't happening. And that's why I moved those systems on. My collection has evolved. So basically, what am I on to now? As you know, the biggest thing is Sony PS2. I have a love for the PS2. I have a love for I have a love for any PlayStation, really. I'm kind of a fanboy. I don't mind admitting it. But the PlayStation 2, in all honesty, the reason I mainly collected for the PS2 over the PS1 at the time were more due to the cost of the games and the assumption that this is an easy system to collect for, which for the most part, or half of it, really is. Obviously, any system comes with certain games that are rare, highly sought after, hard to get hold of, pricey. And that is part of collecting, I'm afraid. That is something anybody who's into collecting or just starting out, no matter what system you collect for, you are going to find those titles, or not, as the case may be, very rarely. And at the end of the day, it's the thrill of the chase. And I know some people may just be collecting for the sake of it, and I'm not putting anybody down. If that's what you want, that's up to you. But are you really collecting for something that you truly love? And I just want to say, collect for things that you love. You actually got a passion for. Your hobby, collecting, has to be a passion. It ain't something that you're just doing it for the sake of it. But let me know how has your collection evolved, as I put it. Have you given up anything over the time? Be interested today, how people's collections have gone, how they started, what you started collecting, and what you're collecting now. Like I say, mainly PS2 for me. I've now got Commodore and Spectrum and Master System to contend with, along with other subsets like Crash Bandicoot merchandise, COD merchandise. I've even started Medal of Honor, though that is not merchandise, just games. I've managed to complete a couple of subsets. I'm proud, really proud of my Firebird, Silverbird full set. I'm quite proud of my Bulldog software on the C64. That consists of 9 titles, but still, it's a full set. And what else have I got? I mean, I'm collecting Americana on the C64, and now I've started on alternative software. So it's nice to have little subsets to just niggle at as well. But yeah, let me know, and that's just a little insight into my, I suppose, a little bit of history into me collecting. And yeah, please do it for the passion, do it for the love of it. Don't just do it just to say I've got this. A lot of our stuff goes on the shelves, a lot of it never gets played. Don't be just buying something because it's becoming rare, it's becoming expensive, and it's just to show off. Don't do that. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this little topic, and we'll think of something else on the next show. But yeah, let's move on to the next section. Right, so we're on to pickups part 2, the final part, and we're moving on to the PS1 games that I bought 2 big boxes. Well, in total I bought 3 big boxes that each box contained 50 PS1 games. A lot of generic stuff, doubles, trebles and what have you, and the boxes aren't in the best condition. But to me, there's still a lot of titles that I ain't got, even though they are generic titles. Any that I already own, they're just going to go for trade. I'll probably trade them at the swap shop that's coming up. I'm on Lee's Retro Chef's swap shop, so you never know. This first one I do own, Toka Touring Cars 2. This is a platinum version, which I probably haven't got on the platinum, so yeah, it's a platinum disc, so that's good. The box is okay, a little bit fogged, but yeah, it's a platinum version, so I'm pretty sure I ain't got it on the plat. I do have it on the normal release, obviously. Next, we've got a cracking game here. I don't own this, but the box is kaput. But I've got a few swap cases that I can. In fact, can I even open it? Unfortunately, it's not complete with instructions. I'm not going to open it up because it'll just drop to bits. But this is Soviet Strike. I love the Strike series, right from the Amiga's Desert Strike. I remember this coming out on the PlayStation 1, and I was blown away by it. I thought, I looked at it, I thought, wow, look at the graphics on that. I really enjoyed it. I don't own that, that's going to get a case swap. Pretty sure I own this F1 2000 Formula 1 racing game. Well, you know, there may be people who haven't got them, or there may even be collectors who are just starting out for the PS1 in the community. You know, I'll pass them on to those. I think I've got this. It's part of the Spec Ops series. This is Ranger Elite. I'm pretty sure I own this. Well, it is complete. The box is dropping to bits. But, yep. Now, I don't think I own this one. And this is football. And that is the title. This is football. How it plays, how it stacks up against the likes of FIFAs and what have you, I'm not sure. But that's just a generic one. Colin McRae Rally on several of these. This one is on the Value series. I'm not really collecting the Value series. Double cassette, but I'm pretty sure I own this already. Double cassette, I mean double disc, is Worms. Brilliant game from a local developer based in, well, they used to be based in Wakefield, Team 17. I've said it before, but Worms is actually based on an old Amiga game, Tank, I think, Tanks or something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I own this on both the Platinum, which is this version, and the normal version. But this case is bang on. I think this is probably the best case that I'll get from these boxes. That's a beautiful one. Die Hard Trilogy. Another great game on the Platinum. I'm pretty sure I own this as well. Bust a Move 2 Arcade Edition. Great puzzle game. I'm sure everybody's heard of Bust a Move, based around the characters, the dragons from Bubble Bobble. Definitely own this, as I imagine everybody does. The Weakest Link and Robinson being cruel and bullyish to the contestants. Fantastic. I'm not condoning that. Not condoning it whatsoever. I don't own this. Le Mans 24 hours. But the case is a little bit chipped there. Is it complete? It is complete. So I've got a few cases, like I say. I'll swap that out and get it in a decent case. Shame about this one. It's got no instruction manual or front cover. So I won't be keeping that. Even though I don't have it, Space Jam. It's no good to me without cover at least. I don't own this. This one is part of the Value series. This is Wing Over 2. It's some kind of fighter jet shooting game. Like I said, this is on the Value series. Like I said, I don't own this. Obviously I'll keep it. But there must obviously be the original version. And that is it for today. That is it for this episode. I'll save some more for next time. But yeah, that is it. That concludes this episode of Retro Games Revived Look-Up Show. I hope you've enjoyed it. Any questions, ask in the comments, and I'll try and respond to you. I'm rubbish at replying to comments and stuff, so if I don't reply, please don't take it personally. I'm just rubbish at replying. So you know, if you see me reply to somebody else's comment, that might have been because I've had more time to do so. I thought, you know, I'm gonna reply to this, but later on, and then forgot or something like that. Don't take it personally. Anyway, like I said, I hope you've enjoyed it, and until the next one, from Retro Game Revived, see you later.